Hey everyone, just want to share with you how I made this card right here. It's a wedding card, or a wedding congratulations card that I'm giving out to my cousin in Utah. It's made with the Wild Card cartridge by Provo Craft for Cricut. I've had this cartridge for a while, I've been really wanting to use it, and I've decided I'm going to go through all the cards and make them. Maybe not all three cards, but this is the one I'm going to make today, and it's on page 32, and when you open the booklet it's literally the first card that you would see, and it's this one right here, and I'll show you how I made this pretty card. So we'll just jump right into it and we'll hopefully get through it and enjoy. Alright, so I got my Cricut all set up. I got my Wild Card cartridge in, got my paper out, and this is going to be for the card itself. The paper I'm using, the paper pack collection, is by Paper Bach. It is a pretty cute collection, kind of like it's a Woodhaven collection. It's really cute. It's very family, very neutral colors, and I thought it would be perfect for a wedding card. So I got some just brown cardstock ready to go, loading it in. Let's see if I can zoom in real quick on how I do this. So I got my paper saver on, and I am doing the... Now I'm not really doing this card itself, I'm actually doing the block out, just because it has just too much detail, and I figured I didn't want that. So I'm just doing the block out, or blackout, and then it's the very first one at the top there, so if you can see that. Either way, if you can't, that's okay. I got my cartridge for 4 inches, just because that's the max it can go for this card, but it works for me and it actually works out pretty well. So I am just gonna hit cut and get it all cut out. Alright, so I got my card all cut out. That's what it will look like, and it makes the little cuts right there, if you can see that, for the folds, but I'll show you that in a little bit. The next step I'm gonna cut out is on here is the liner, which is these little pictures right here. So I'm gonna cut that out real quick on this pretty blue paper. So again, I'm gonna load that, and I'm gonna still keep it at 4 inches, so everything's gonna be the same. I'm not gonna touch it, not gonna change it at all. So I'm gonna clear this all out. Make sure that's off. So I got liner, same feature, and again it's at 4 inches. I'm just gonna hit cut. So while I have everything out, I figured I'll go ahead and cut out these branches. Now on my card I have little leaves, if you can see, on them. So how I did that was I cut out 2 different branches. And what I did is from that same paper pack, it's a little tan paper and some green. I'm going to cut out the exact same size, again keep it at 4 inches, the same branch that's exactly on that same page on 32. Right at the top there. So I'm going to cut those out real quick, and I will show you how to put those leaves together and everything. So this one's on icon, and you keep it the same, 4 inches, and I'm just going to hit cut and let it do its job. Alright, then the last thing that I want to cut out while I have my Cricut open and on is the birds, and it's actually found on second page. It's going to be, so if you flip it over one page, it's going to be on 35, and it's this little bird right down here. Now it does have a sketched out little image in it. It's just little dots, or stitches, but it's really cool. So I'm going to just cut it out on white paper, and I'll show you how I did the second one and what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to cut it out real quick and we'll go from there. And again, I'm keeping it at 4 inches if anything. Alright, so I've gone ahead and scored my card, my main base. I'm just going to fold it over, make sure it's good and creased. And again, it gives little stitches there, but all I have to do is just score it or just fold it over, and it folds over really nicely. My paper's a little wrinkled, but that's okay. And these were the bases that go right on top, and that's how it's gonna go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue them down with my ATG gun. It used to be pink, but now it's silver. So if you're wondering, that's what it is. It's exactly the same one. So that is gonna be my front of the card. So far, so cute. Now the branches do take a little bit of time, and the reason that I did two different colors, this brown one is going to be my base and it's going to go right there, but I wanted the leaves to be green, and so what I did was cut off each one and then just glue it down. So instead of going through all that, I am going to cut them out and paste them real quick so it'll be easier for you guys to see what the end product will look like. So I'll be right back. Alright, so this is what the finished branch would look like. Has little green leaves. Like I said, I just cut each one out off the other branch and glued it on, so it'd be right there. But before I glue down, I want to finish off my two little lovebirds. So this is the bird that I have, the one that I cut out. If you can kind of see that detail on there, I can kind of see it right there. But what I did, I didn't want them both white the same, so what I did is cut out the original one and then traced it on this green cardstock. Alright, so two exact same birds and little lovebirds, so that's how we're going to place them on the card. I'm just going to place these right on, and then we'll do the little sentiment. I'm going to stamp and do some embossing. Alright, so far so good, almost done. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to get these gems on here, rhinestones. And then for the sentiment, I used Hero Arts, and this is one congratulations. It's all occasion clear stamps, and it really does have all occasions, which is pretty cool. And they're pretty small font, so it's kind of nice for card makers or whatnot. So I'm going to use this congratulations right here and do some heat embossing. Alright, I'm going to cut this down real quick to a nice little, almost like a banner. That's good. And that's going to go right down underneath. So I'm just going to glue that down. We're pretty much almost done. For the inside, I did use some cream cardstock. I did it all the way to the height, but I left a little bit, a few centimeters in, but I won't do that and won't bother you with that. I did do some ribbon here, and I'm going to show you on how I did that. So I have these little, I guess they're called eyelets. I think that's what they're called. And I'm going to use this, and I have this little tool for making memories to get them in. There's a little nice little machine here, and you can still get them online, I believe, and in most stores too. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this black one and make a little bit bigger holes for the eyelets. Now my Cricut machine did cut some out, but again I covered it with my other page. So I want to make sure I get these good and big so they can fit. I press kind of hard. It's kind of like a little punch, but it's, you're using your hands to punch it out, so to speak. So that's that. Got my 2 holes. I'm gonna get these eyelets, and there's 2 pieces. There's this little piece. This little guy, and then it comes with the little base, and it's a flat round piece like so. That's gonna go on the inside of my card, and then this little eyelet is gonna go on the outside, so like so. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping it. This little piece on the inside. I'm gonna make sure to put on my board. Now this might get a little loud, but what you do is you're going to take the other piece of your little tool, and it's these little silver ones, and it's my middle one. Have little indentations if you can see that. And you just press right in the middle there. And you gotta press hard, so it might get loud, so I'm warning you. Sounds like I'm hammering away, which is kind of the idea. But it flattens it out, if you can see that. It's nice and flat, and it literally like opens up like a little can. I'm gonna give it a few more whacks here. You don't really whack it, you just press, and it has like a strong force here that it presses back out. So that's pretty cool. So I'll do one more real quick for my other side. And you don't have to do these. You can do some buttons. You can just tie a ribbon and, you know, make it simple like that. But I will tie a ribbon, but I wanted to make sure that it doesn't just rip the paper. So again, see, if it was to leave it, has that dent up there, and I'm going to flatten that out. So again, this little knob out here, the flat one goes on the inside, and my battery is about to die, so I'm going to turn it off while I do this. So that finishes that up. See how they're pretty it looks, and it gives it a nice clean touch to it. Again, like I said, do something on the inside if you want to. If not, keep it white and blank, because you can see that it's just nice and good. The last thing, I have some nice ribbon here. It's a nice thin one, as you can see. So it'll be perfect for these little tiny holes. And that finishes up the card. So I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully join me for next week for another wild card Cricut exploration of how to make and use this cartridge. I totally enjoyed the first one. I hope you did too. Let me know if you have any other ideas on how to use this card in particular. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.